Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning on this 10.27.2023. Current time is 05:49 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. This Saturday, or tomorrow's Saturday, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Uh, Morning. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah. We made it to the weekend, folks. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on. I was going to say that. That's what that is. It's a. Well, there's a nice sunset this morning. Um, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch, as far as that goes. And let's see, what do we got here? Stream Manager. Can I go with Stream Manager there? All right, go back. No, we want to go back. Let's go back. Just checking this out as far as. And good morning to Tony D. Salute to you. What's that? Oh, and the missus says good morning in the background there, Tony. So you're good. You're good to go, as far as that goes. And let's see what the heck is going on here with this. Let's go with home. Let's see. We just want the picture on this one. So let's see. Why is this isn't? I'll try it again here. Let's get rid of that, and we'll bring the Twitch back up here on the tablet here. Just bear with me for. But Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. Fireman Rich over there at Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, Instagram, Threads, X/Twitter. As well as I do have a Facebook page, The Real Fireman Rich, which if I post on those other three, it's posted over there on the public Facebook. What the hell is this? Let's see. Let's go with that live. Okay. Is that gonna Okay, there we go. We're back. How come it's not giving me the full big picture? Let's see. Can I get the full picture on this? No, I can't. Okay. We'll just leave that as is there. Okay, that's just a little picture there that gives us the thing there. But we're getting our day started here. We do have the morning coffee. Here we go. The morning coffee as it goes. And it's tasting mighty fine. I'm gonna be having a second cup here for sure, folks. For sure, I'm gonna be having a second cup. And good morning, Helen. Helen coming in from Scotland. Leggy Lady 01. Good morning. And the missus says good morning also. She's in the habit of making sure she says. And we have an ad break in 4 minutes and 54 seconds. And I know you don't get the ads anymore. Or you don't, yeah, you don't get the ads there. Just to give you a heads up there on the ads. And I guess then the pre-roll starts after that. So that's the initial coming in here. And cheers to you. Cheers to you, Helen. And I hope you're having a good morning there in Edinburgh, Scotland. And we are getting our day started here, which we had a very good day yesterday. We had a great day yesterday after having a great walk. We had a good walk there. The weather is perfect. It's just can't beat it. It's stuff like that. But let's see what's currently here. Let's knock the weather out here before I get into my details of yesterday. We have currently it's 51 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 10 degrees Celsius in that realm there, Celsius. And let's see, we got gorgeous day yesterday though, gorgeous day. I forgot to cue this up. But our broadcast is doing great too. I knock on wood, it's doing good. We're in the green. We're 0 drop frames. I think it's been over a week now. There's dialing in as far as making sure I have my graphics card activated in the OBS. It's working flawless. It's just I'm just ecstatic. It's like almost having a new computer in a manner of speaking. It's working so good. This is the most perfect that OBS has ever worked for me. As far as that, of course, I've had a system that I can do some things with. So, But let's see, we're going to have again sunny skies today, partly cloudy, with almost a carbon copy of yesterday. 77 degrees Fahrenheit, winds out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sun will be rising this morning at 0732, which is another hour and 37 minutes. 36 minutes. 37. So an hour and 36 minutes at 0732 here in the southern tier of upstate New York. The sun will be rising, and it will be setting tonight at 6:08 p.m. And it went down quick last night. It went down quick. Let's see. Let me convert that as far as for Helen. We'll do Scotland. We'll throw Scotland in with the when I do the. Oh, we're doing the world times and temperatures as I speak, and we'll throw Scotland and Tony's in there if I can remember it, because I appreciate you guys throwing in the weather, because it gives some real time, because I'm looking at my old first generation iPad mini with the world clocks, and it has a little map there with all the times and the temperature. I just checked. I had that up here also. I had the conversion as I was just changing my things, Helen. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's good. But starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 11:55 p.m. Clear skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. They're still working on 5 minutes of yesterday before coming in today. Phoenix, Arizona at 2:55 a.m. Clear skies, 64 degrees 64 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, my mouth is getting ahead of my tongue here. At 4:56 a.m. Cloudy skies, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, 5:56 a.m. It's currently 5:56 a.m. here in the southern tier also. Clear skies down in New York City, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in Warner Robins, Georgia, what's Tony have? That's what Tony D is at, and he's showing 58 degrees Fahrenheit currently, which and he has a high of 80 degrees. Oh, it's going to be warm down there today. 80 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 58. So they're at their low, mostly clear down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony is morning meeting. He's listening to us in the background. So. And then across the pond over in Cork, Ireland at 10:57 a.m. It is partly sunny, partly clear, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Over in Edinburgh, Scotland, Helen informs us that it is, we got 15 more seconds on the commercial here. Helen informs us that it's 8 degrees centigrade, which she did the math as I was doing it, and also the conversion. That's what did I have it here? 8 degrees. That's 46.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. So what did I say we were? Oh, you're a little cooler than we are. So probably a lot drier than the rain you were having here the last couple of days, right, Helen? You said you had some big rain there. I don't even have a jacket on. I'm going out drenched. Oh, it is raining then. If it's drenched, so it's raining out, I take it, as far as that goes. So let's see. Our thought for the day, and I've used this one before, and I had to use it again. It's from Albert Einstein. He's the scientist, who left Germany before World War II to, I thought I had his name. Let's see. Let me get this. Let's see. No, I forgot to do that one. I'm forgetting these little tidbit things that I'm supposed to have set up beforehand here. So, just bear with me. Yeah, it started chucking. It's down when I got in the car. Oh, okay. So you made it to the car at least. Okay. So it's along with the temperature there for Edinburgh. It's raining in Edinburgh. Oh, I didn't finish the World Times. I started in Cork, Ireland. And Edinburgh, we got Edinburgh. It's raining. So continuing, I got sidetracked. I get sidetracked here. I don't know. Milan, Italy, at 11:59 a.m. Partly cloudy, partly clear. 61 degrees Fahrenheit. In New Delhi, India, we got sunny, clear skies at 3:29 p.m. in the afternoon. Currently, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Mumbai, India, at 3:29 p.m. Also 93 degrees Fahrenheit, clear skies and sunny. Kuala Lumpur, it's raining and thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur again at 5:59 p.m. Currently, starting in their evening. It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan, at 6:59 p.m. in the evening. Partly cloudy, partly clear. 66 degrees Fahrenheit. In Melbourne, Australia, at 9 o'clock, top of the hour for them. Clear skies at 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit in Sydney. Clear skies in Melbourne, but partly cloudy, partly clear in Sydney at 9 p.m. 61 degrees also there. And those are world times and temperatures. And we'll go right into the thought for the day, because the thought for the day I've used before as far as that goes. And squirrel, exactly. When I got sidetracked, I do that. Wait a minute, I didn't finish what I was doing over here. As far as that goes. But we have Albert Einstein is our thought and quote for today. I've used this one quite a bit, and it applied yesterday, because I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to tell you what happened yesterday here at the house. Albert Einstein, he was a German-born physicist who is widely held as one of the greatest. I don't think one of the greatest, the greatest, I would say, in my opinion. One of the greatest and most influential scientists of all time. So yeah, he's up there. He's very, very smart. And his thought for today, you figure he's so smart, all these complex mathematics that they have to do and all that. But no, his quote is basically a simple one. And if I just say that, you should know what the quote, because this is a quote that I have used quite often before. If I can get to it, here it is. And it goes as follows: make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. Albert Einstein. Make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. Okay? You break it down to its lowest, the simplest thing. But, you go simpler, you're going stupid. And how that applied yesterday, we had contractors in. We had some electricians in yesterday, contractors, and we've had this issue with the back room here. We've got two lights, LED lights, that I changed out. Well, first of all, we changed the kitchen light about a month or so ago, month and a half ago. Brand new light. Mrs. loves it. I love it. It lights it up. It's something. I keep on saying this. Something we should have done years ago. Because we had one of those retro with the fluorescent circular lights, 3 rings. You got the small ring, then the medium wing, and then the wide wing. It's a retro. We've had that since we've had the house here. So the ballast was going bad in it. So you can't find ballasts for that. It's something that's out of the 60s, 70s. So we got one of these big, is a 19-inch diameter LED light. All these LEDs in there, you can do, and it's bright light in there. We keep it on during the day, because even when the sun comes out, it just enhances the kitchen lighting. Well, the back room, which is the newest portion of this house, we had redone. It's now called the back room instead of the porch. We had some electricians come in, and I had done some checking of the lights, as far as my capability, as far as is there electric to the switch, because when we installed the kitchen light that evening, when we turned on the switch for the back room lights for the evening, they didn't come on. It's like, what the hell, what the F? And right away my thinking was, because this is an old house, there's old wiring and stuff, I didn't attach a wire up in the kitchen light. I just had a gut feeling, so I let it go for. We thought, and then I think, and maybe the lights burned out because they've been back there for 2 years. They're LEDs. LEDs are supposed to last until the end of time, almost, from what I've been told. But so we went out and bought the exact same lights, brand new, and changed. I changed them out, making sure the wires, and the electricians told me yesterday, they just laughed. It doesn't matter. Just plug them in the holes. It doesn't matter which hole on the connector and stuff. It all goes to the same wire. And as far as that goes, and I put the lights in and flipped the switch. Nothing. So I waited a couple of days, and I looked at the University YouTube how to meter with my. I have a meter for the a metering electrical meter for the solar panel and battery kit that I have. That's a 12-volt system. So I was a little nervous because this is household current. So YouTube showed me how to the meter to see if you got power to for just as a test an electrical outlet. The bigger. I think it's the small. For the American outlets, you got two slits, and the smaller slit, that's the hot wire. The bigger one, that's the neutral. So, and then I looked at the switch, and you got the hot. Hot is on top. Neutral's on the bottom, and the ground is on the side of it. That's how it works on a switch that you flip to turn on the light. So I checked the light that's on, and there's power. It's obvious there's power and stuff. Then I get to the switch that's right next to it, and it looks like it has a hot on this side and neutral on. It's an old switch. I wasn't getting any, and then I went right to the wiring on the thing, and there was no power even right to the wire. So there was no power. So I backtracked. The lights, we thought they were burned out. We switched them. There was no power. So my next gut feeling, this was like it's going on 2 weeks ago, because we actually got the electricians in earlier than we thought. I thought we were going to have to wait because we had a lamp out there. It would turn it on, and there was no problem, provided light out there and stuff until we got the electricians to look at it, because I had a gut feeling maybe I should look at this kitchen light. Maybe there's a wire, because it just seemed coincidental. I put in a new light, and there's a bunch of a ball of wiring that it stuffs back up there. Maybe something got disconnected up there. Well, the electricians came in yesterday. A couple young guys. They've both been both electricians for over 10 years, so they're well versed in their craft, their skills as electricians. And the second guy was just driving into the park, the driveway, and I was standing in the kitchen, and the young kid there, Nick, he's up there, and he just takes the kitchen light because I told him. So he pulled it down. As soon as he pulled it down, the switch was on for the back lights. The lights came on. It's like, I'm like, what the frick? And automatically I'm thinking maybe something got grounded up there. And what Nick found was, I guess the bundle, the power to that switch for the back room goes to the kitchen light, but the wire wasn't. There's these plastic caps that you screw on the bundle. You want to connect all these wires. That wasn't totally tight, and it was an old screw cap. So he took a new screw cap, screwed it on there, clapped it up there, boom, done. They weren't even here 10 minutes. So me and the missus were discussing, when we have them, we want to show them some other work that we want done for the house. And we got an outside light, porch light, which we don't have. We have some solar ones that we installed ourselves, but we want something better. We want something that's actually they said they could do that. And then we said we got some wires going from the house to the garage, and we could do that. And that was it. But then we're out there showing the other electrician, Joe. I'm talking with him. I said, we got this long wire that goes out to the back behind the garage. We want that removed because we don't use that. He says, yeah. And then Nick was coming back, and he says, well, Rich, your service, it's not really up to date. And I said, what do you mean? Well, the power comes in off of the telephone line. It goes into the meter, and then from the meter, the wires go into the house. Well, right outside there, from the meter to my line, there's these connectors. He says, see those connectors? Those are really outdated. They're not really. Um, they're okay, they're, but they're not really. They're outdated in the fact that they still meet code in a manner of speaking, but you should have them switched it out. And it's like, and it's, oh really? He says, yeah, that's not really. And as soon as he mentioned, it's not really all that safe because this Nick is a young guy. He has an old house like this old house. He loves old houses, he said, because it has character. And I could say there's a lot of character in this house for sure. And he says, yeah, you should have that changed out. I said, well, he never recommends. I guess that'll be a third project. I'll say we could do that. And so the wiring we can do, and but to change out that service, they have to connect. They have to schedule it with NISEC, which is the power company, not New York Electric and Gas. So they have to shut the power off at the pole so they can change out the meter. That's the service. And he said by doing that, it ups me to 200 amp service, which is pretty good. It's better power and stuff, and it increases the value of the house. I guess the mystic comes up with the thing. Well, if we're going to resell the house, they might not buy the house because it doesn't have an updated electrical service. So that would be more inviting if we ever were to sell the house, which isn't anytime soon. As far as you probably heard me on that, but hey James, good morning, sir. Good morning, James. How you doing? How are you doing there? We James Price coming in from England. Glad to have you here, sir. As far as that goes, I hope your morning is going good over there in the UK, and appreciate you being here. As far as that goes, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Is the volume? I gotta check the. Let me check the. I'm just wondering if am I muted at all? Let me check. Oh no, I got sound. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm just going to keep that like that until it bugs me. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So they left, and then your mic volume is low, is it? Okay. How about now? How about now, James? Testing 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1. Okay, better. Okay, okay. Thank you, James. Yeah, I can hear myself over here on the laptop and stuff. I guess my soundboard. I don't know. Maybe a clip. Okay, there. Okay, I'm seeing some green now. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing the green lights. What is it? And I'm seeing the meter on OBS going, so we got sound. Thank you, James, for that feedback. I appreciate that, sir. It's always good to. I thought it was just me. No, no, just always check with the broadcaster because I got my mic up now, and I didn't see any green light. I see the green indicator on the OBS, and it's up high green just below the yellow and stuff. But I don't see anything on it. Something's going on. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe my soundboard is settling in. But anyway, back to electricians. Electricians had left, and then probably about 15 minutes later, the one electrician, Joe, he gives me a call and he says, "Yeah, Rich," and they were only here for 5 minutes. I had to pay for 1 hour, but they were only here for like 15 minutes. Not even 15 minutes. Well, about 15 minutes, say. But you have to pay for at least 1 hour. Okay, they get paid like $80, $90 an hour. So, you know, and just them fixing that, I was ecstatic because we had the light switch, as far as that goes. Good, and James saying good morning to Helen there. Thank you, James. So, that's the going price for electricians and stuff like that. So I had to pay for at least the first hour. You know, you don't pay for 15, you pay for an hour. And I was slated for 3 hours. So I get this phone call about 20 minutes after they left, and and Joe goes, "Yeah, Rich, you talking about that porch light? Do you want us to put that in now?" And I'm like, "What?" I said, "Well, we need an estimate, don't we?" He says, "No, it'd be on our hourly rate and stuff like that." And I said, "Oh yeah, oh that's a good idea." And I figure if they corrected the problem with my kitchen light. I go to the missus. They want to put the light. They want to put in the porch light now and stuff. And she goes, "Really?" Well, they were slated for 3 hours, so they were only here for 15 minutes. So um, I said, "Yeah, you guys were slated for 3 hours worth of work. If you want to, yeah, go ahead." Well, we're gonna take a quick coffee break and then we'll be right back because we checked in with our scheduler Mark and who used to work. Well, that's another story. Mark is a good guy, and he says, "Yeah, we could go ahead if it's all right with you." I said, "Yeah, if you guys can put just a regular porch light in, that'd be great." Well, they came back. The missus went to the grocery store. But before she came back to the grocery stores, they were done. They were done in like less than another hour. So I was already going to pay. Figuring the figuring the light switch was going to be amazing. Like I'm thinking, oh, they got to string a new power line and all that. That was cool. You should have given them a list of stuff to do. Well, there's certain things they can do, Helen. Like that's just regular. That's just an install. They have the equipment right there, and they were able to do it. They did it in less than 45 minutes. So they were. So I'm in 2 hours already. All right, and the porch light, it's fantastic. I mean, and the missus was really impressed. They cleaned up after themselves. I mean, they were bringing in their own trash can, and there's a trash can right in the kitchen. I go, "Joe, put your stuff in here." "Oh, can we?" And they were very, very. I can't speak highly enough. I mean, the guy I had, the kid that I had come in do the plumbing from our plumbing guy did an outstanding jobs. And these two electricians, these are electricians now. I mean, these guys are great. I mean, they quality work. It's not, and it's simple. It was, and they were able to install it, and we have a good porch light that lights up a lot more than those solar lights do. So we're really happy with that. Decent tradesmen is worth their weight in gold. Yeah, they are. Contractors in the UK never clean up their mess, really. Speaking of contractors, I haven't seen Tim Fan, 40. I'm starting to get a little concerned because I sent him out a DM yesterday to get his football picks, and usually he responds back. So he's been MIA here for the last couple days and stuff like that. He's a contractor out in Michigan. I know he would appreciate it because I'll let him know these two guys were outstanding. But we do have a list, Helen. We have some wires that we have to have redone, replaced. That gives power from the house out to the garage, and then our new service. That's the most important thing. We're getting that done next because that's something that should have been done. If you find decent tradesmen, oh yeah, definitely, Helen. Yes, I got their names. I got their names written down here along with the plumbers. But we're going to get that service done. We just have to schedule it and stuff like that because these guys. I thought I was going to have to wait a month or a month and a half because it's. But I thought they took it upon themselves to give me a call back saying, "Hey, we can do that light for you now if you want." And I'm thinking, shh. So me and the missus, it's just a simple thing like that, and it just made our freaking day yesterday. It made our whole week actually. Because I just have to laugh at the problem I had with the back room lights. It was a simple thing, and it goes back to our thought for the day from to bring it full circle back to Albert Einstein. Our thought for the day: make everything as simple as possible, not simpler. And the electricians look at that from their lens, their eyes. They're seeing things. And I'm like thinking, oh, they're going to have to string this wire. I'm making it more complicated than what it is, and it wasn't. Very well, James, very well. I can't tell you how much. It's a good feeling. I mean, today's going to be a good day as far as that goes. And let's see. So yeah, it worked out very well as far as that goes. So. We're really happy. So, and I'm gonna have to tell this story again because Tim Fan, our resident contractor in the chat is not here and stuff. Helen says they probably felt bad taking payment for. No, no, that's all we. That's a fair thing, Helen, because that's an understanding here in the States. You're always going to pay for that first hour, even if it takes 2 minutes and stuff. It guarantees, you know, their labor, the truck and all that. That's a given. That's they don't. I don't feel bad about that either. I would feel bad not paying. You know, how are you gonna splice it up for 15 minutes? It's not practical. It's in a business sense and stuff like that. But I just thought it was really on their initiative to call back, because we were very happy just with having the back room lights. But when they said, well, we can install it now, and I tell you, they had it in and all cleaned up in less than 45 minutes. I couldn't believe it. It's just, and then I'm sitting there talking to them, and they're really, really good guys as far as that goes. James says they have travel time, even if only 1 point. Yes, exactly. Too. That's it, exactly, James. You got to factor that in that first hour and stuff like that. I think that's plus. Helen says if you're happy, it means you're more likely to get repeat business. Yeah, and they know they have. We've got a couple things. They're going to give us an estimate on the service and the other thing and stuff like that. I guess there's a ballpark figure, but they didn't know what it was. I says, well, it I know they get charged $90 an hour and stuff like that, so it's more than fair and stuff like that. Especially these guys, I know for a fact because I worked with contractors. I facilitated a lot of contractors in my job when I was at the day job over the 17 years, and matter of fact, the guys that would lay the carpet at my previous employment at the day job. And I always say this, I wish I had a nickel for every square yard or square foot they put down as far as carpet. I would not need a 401k. That's how much square footage this area has as far as them putting it in. And these contractors that put the flooring in, I knew them for 17 years from my previous employment, because the day job, they used them as their regular contractor putting in carpet in various times. Let's see, Helen says, oh, I'm not saying it's not fair. I'm just saying they probably, yeah, well, they felt like you were paying out a lot, given that it was such a simple job. They wanted to give you value. Yeah, that's true, Helen. Yeah. But I'm just blown away that they called up saying, hey, we can install that for you right now. I mean, yeah, you know, that, and I think they're just forward thinking, proactive as far as customer service and stuff. I saw that all yesterday with these two guys, and I can't speak enough of it. I'm elated. It's just like, and it was a fair price. I thought, you know, it's a fair price given the trade, and I know what these guys do as far as electricians. Like I said, at the day job, I've seen many electricians work on various projects that we were doing back at the day job to set up different areas. I'll say that as far as that, and as far as to get them ready for certain projects and all that and stuff, and it was very interesting as far as that goes. So they're a good bunch. I've been knocking on wood. I've had some good luck here yesterday and a few weeks back last month there when they redid the drain there from one side of the house to the other. I still go down in the basement to look at that, because I told the kid what I wanted, and he did exactly what I wanted. And yesterday, the piping, I said that would probably take me 5 days to a week to do something like this. I don't know. It's just the fact that the bundle there, he tightened it up, and they checked the lines, and they were checking our breakers and stuff like that. And, you know, we have old wiring, but it's okay. But just the initiative when we're saying, well, we want this done. And then, like I said, I wasn't even thinking of our service. He's just looking at it. He sees our service. He says, you know, Rich, the service over here is it's starting to be a little outdated, and you should think about that. And he was given his perspective as far as that goes, and I really appreciated that. So I did get a lot of value for these guys coming in yesterday, Helen, and they're just forward-thinking guys there, and stuff like that. So I just got to laugh. It just like less than 15 minutes, they fixed the light. James, Tiss, you are ex-Air Force. We have a lot of B-1 bombers over here from Texas. Yeah, Dyess, Texas. That's where the B-1 bomber. If you say Texas, Dyess Air Force Base is where the B-1 bombers. They'll have a DY on their tail, I think, James. That's their. That's the two-letter symbol for Dyess Air Force Base. I think to send a message to our friends in Russia. Really? Okay. So this is a little bit more. You have a lot, so it's more than normal because they usually go over there. I know the B-52s. The only B-52 base we have is Barksdale Air Force Base. Of course, Griffiths Air Force Base used to be here in New York. I used to be stationed to that. It's upstate New York. But there's only one B-52 base. I think there's B-1 at Dyess, and I think Minot, North Dakota. Maybe the other base in North Dakota. I think we only have because they used to have B-1s at McConnell Air Force Base, so they sort of they have them. And then of course the B-2 is at Scott Air Force Base. So I think those B-1s are from Dyess Air Force Base if they're from Texas. That's the only air base down in Texas that has the B-1 bombers. So they have a lot of B-1 bombers there over in England, over in the UK. Wow, that's interesting. That's some side intel there, I guess. Well, it probably is. It's just I saw that we, along with Army troops being deployed over into the Middle East. I think I saw before coming on this morning a headline that Marines they have a Marine detachment there in Israel as well, as far as it goes. Probably to send a signal to Iran in that part of the world. Hey, don't. Well, I also saw that we also made some airstrikes on some of the bad guys that are in Syria, not the Syrian people, but the bad guys that are there that are backed by Iran, to send Iran a message. I think they're doing. I think things are going to be done in a subtle way because the president, he made a statement when he had the Prime Minister of Australia here the other day, say that sending a message to Iran, one word, don't. Basically, don't mess with the United States, as far as that goes. Two carrier groups in the neighborhood. Yes, and that I think that's primarily because there is American hostages being held by Hamas, and Hamas needs to give those hostages up. They're in a losing. They're being backed in the corner. There's no Hamas is going to use that chip, and the United States. We don't negotiate with terrorists, and that's what Hamas is. Hamas is not Palestine. Palestine people, they're in the fray and stuff, and I know there's some that they like Hamas, but as far as from an American perspective, Hamas is not Palestine. Hamas is a terrorist group, just by what they've done to Israel, as far as that goes. And people, they'll get into the discussion, say, well, it's always been like. No, this is not when it's dealing with. It's no different than that crackpot they're trying to get up in the state of Maine. He killed like 12 people, if not more, in the state of Maine, which is one of the most laid back states, that's no difference. It's somebody doing bad, and we got a ad break roll in 1 minute and 25. Oh, ad break. Oh, we're in an ad break now. Okay, I see that flash up here on the OBS. Did they find him yet? I don't know. I really haven't. I just seen the headlines on that story, James, and I have to follow it up. I know I did see that the family of this individual had warned. So it goes back. The family of the individual they're looking for had warned authorities this guy's this family member is dangerous, and it's almost like after the fact. Hey, Double J's, yeah, I we're just talking about that. I don't know if they caught him yet. Glad to have you, Double J's, coming in from Mumbai, India. Glad to have you here, Double J's. So I'm gonna probably follow up on that as far as, but that what that guy did is no different than what Hamas did. It's a vile, cruel, nasty thing, and it should be dealt with accordingly. And Hamas is going to be dealt with accordingly. And what Israel doing is nothing against Palestine. It's against those people that did the bad thing to, they say they're at war, but I think they're just cleaning up like we did with Al Qaeda and Bin Laden, as far as that goes. I think more than half the feds are in. I don't know how many are there, Double J's, but I guarantee you, I heard what the governor of Maine had to say. They're going to get this guy, dead or alive. I guarantee you, they're that dead set. And they have the Maine State Police and all that. Just that amount of people being taken out. It's just there's no justification. And this guy he's sick in here. His family has said that. His family warned authorities, and I've seen that. That particular scenario where the family has warned authorities, and the authorities don't take it. And Maine is sort of like it's rural up there. There's only a couple major cities like Bangor, Maine. That's a good sized city, but the majority of Maine is all rural woodlands and stuff like that. I took a canoe trip years ago up in Maine. It's a beautiful state up there. So that surprised everybody here because of Maine. Really? That's like years ago they had a shooting down in Amish country in Pennsylvania, and it was an Amish guy. He got a hold and he killed all these Amish people. And it's like, really? It's the people that their brain isn't screwed in right. It's so disturbing. All these people's, yeah, it is. But and it has to be dealt with accordingly, as far as that goes. You look at what's going on over there in Israel and Gaza. Hamas, they have no value for life, and they've shown that. Now they're saying, oh well, we'll release some prisoners, we'll negotiate. There's no negotiation with terrorists. You either give them up, and then that's it. You basically someone from Hamas would, without batting an eye, would cut my throat being an American. Okay, I know that for a fact. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make sure I get that person first because of what they're doing. I hope Israel cleans that up. Now there's you got the other things where you got the what's going on in the north and stuff like that. They're using that as an excuse. Well, I think Israel's telling, don't use it as an excuse because the world doesn't want you to do that. And the world, once the world starts talking, and these countries like China listens. They want to go into Taiwan, but they're holding back because they know what the ratifications are. Look at Russia. Russia is being boxed in. Okay, granted, Russia's still doing world trade, but at what level? They used to be doing trade with the United States, but we got sanctions on them. Their level is low. So they're still doing a little bit with other countries and stuff, but they're looked upon that you're in a different category. Helen, Israel aren't the good guys in the situation though, Rich. They've oppressed. I'm trying to keep that. I know what you're saying there, Helen, but it doesn't. Yeah, I guess I'm just looking at the situation and what happened on October 6th. Hamas oppresses the Palestinian people more than the Israels, as far as that goes. I'm not disputing that oppressed the Palestinian people for decades. The Israel government don't have any concern for life. I think we disagree on that last statement. I know where you're. I think. How can I put this? I think I disagree on that, on the majority of the Israels and stuff like that. It's just because there's comments for both sides, I guess I'm saying. But I have to stand with Israel because Israel's an ally for the United States. And right, but thousands and thousands of people have been killed. Yeah, but the same as far as it goes on the other side. Okay, that's what I'm saying. The people that are saying, "Oh, this has been going on." I'm just saying specifically. What happened, was it October 6th or 7th, whatever the date was, when they took out, the Hamas took out those people and took the hostages. That needs to be dealt with separately than the other thing, okay? Because that is not, the other thing, it's army against army. This is against, and those thousands of people that were killed on both sides, um, uh, as far as that goes. The stats are out there via. I don't have any. Did you? I don't have any trust in the UN, Helen. The UN they are inept. They don't have any influence whatsoever, as far as that goes. They're just a sounding board for third world nations that they only have concerns for themselves. And the only reason the UN is going on right now is on the US's dime. If it was up to me, I'd say pull the UN and send it somewhere else. I don't have any faith in the UN as far as that goes, because they're speaking up now. Okay, where were they? Where have they been for all these people, all these thousands of people, both Palestinians and Israel's? They all of a sudden they're starting to speak up now. Where have they been for the last 10, 20 years? It's always been the U.S. going out. Look at the Abrams Accord. Did UN have anything to do with the Abrams Accord? No. So where's the UN initiative? I don't really care for so the conflict has been going on for years. Yes, there's no dispute on that, Double J's. But I'm just saying, I'm being specific to Hamas only. Did 9/11 happen for years and stuff like that? No. You had some bad people, Al Qaeda, and that's what Israel's doing. They're going to Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist group, so I'm trying to keep it separate as far as that goes. I met a lot of Palestinians when I worked in Abu Dhabi. Most seemed moderate, but Hamas are terrorists and have no conscience. And that's what, and Rich, you are right. Hamas does not define. Yeah, and you have to say that. People here in the United States, it's just like Hamas is a terrorist group. You look at the actions. They do not represent Palestine. I want Palestine people to live in peace, and I want Israel to live in peace. But I'm keeping that set. Hamas needs to be dealt with. I'm treating Hamas. I feel Hamas is the same as Al Qaeda. They're bad people. They're never gonna. And you have the backing of Iran. Iran, through their proxies, killed Americans here last week in Syria. The Americans have been deployed. They don't need to do that, but they're doing it. So we have to react, just like how Israel's reacting. Their people were killed. So they're reacting. They're not going after the Palestinian people. They're going after Hamas. Any conflict, there's going to be collateral damage. That's a given. It's sad, but it's true. It's a reality. They warn people. People are getting out through the corridor they established in Egypt, into Egypt. So, I don't know what to say about the people who left over and stuff. Let's see. Helen, I stand for what's right and what's wrong. I understand what you're saying about Hamas, and I don't disagree with you, but it's a bit like when a kid's hitting someone over and over and the victim hits back, and that's the thing that adult seals, it seems, thing. Yeah, I think we're along the same lines, Helen. I think, and what James is saying, I'm just trying to explain that I'm keeping Hamas, they're a terrorist group, and the Palestinian people, I want the best for the Palestinian peoples, but I also want but the Palestinians in Israel, they've been fighting for years and years. And it's just like, why can't they come to terms like Israel is at peace with Egypt and Jordan? They would have been at peace. They're at peace with several other Arab countries because of the Abrams Accord, which is, and Saudi Arabia was on the verge, and Hamas did not want Saudi Arabia to come into that fold. I think that's why Hamas kicked it. Helen, but support of Israel ain't going to be on the right side of history here. Well, we'll see how history plays out, Helen. Okay. There's a lot of times what we say, what history is going to be. History is going to be history as far as that goes. The Palestinian people won't be able to live in peace when they are essentially living in open prisons with utilities and food. Yeah, but they got to start. They. I think if somebody is in demise and stuff like that, they have to take care of themselves and stop blaming other people and stuff like that. Um, Gaza. I don't know. Was it a shithole? I don't know. Most of the places over in the Middle East are shitholes. Even you look at San Francisco. San Francisco's a shithole now because of the homeless. So it's up to the people that live in those communities and stuff like that. Yes, I think Hamas was pressured by Iran to do what they did, partly to stop Saudi Arabia normalizing relations. I think that's the main culprit there. I don't think they were pressured. I think Hamas wanted to. They just got the okay from Iran. I think there's because they went in there, like gangbangers. As far as that goes, it was a well planned out operation. Just like you look at when they took down the towers, the Al Qaeda, that was well planned. You don't just think that up one day and it's okay. The next day you do it. That was planned out. So we'll see what happens. It's sad that it's happening, but it is happening. That's the reality. We could sit here and Monday morning armchair quarterback the whole thing, but it's going to be the people that are in charge. Hopefully, in Israel, they do the right thing. And there's going to be some people, and I agree with Helen. There's going to probably be some Israelis. They want to. They just going to, history has shown that too. I think. Okay, just to be truthful on that, history has shown that people in power, even the United States, we've done some freaking things that we should never have done. But the thing of it is, when you have a group of people that are being slaughtered, something has to be done to those people that slaughtered those people. And that's Hamas. That's the bottom line for me. Helen, okay, I'm not going to discuss this anymore. I'm going. No, Helen, just so you know, I know where you're coming from, okay? And for the most part, I do agree. I'm just saying, from my standpoint on this situation, Hamas is differently. I know what you're saying, and I agree with you. The persecution of the Palestinians, Israel, and stuff like that. I am focusing in on Hamas because I think once Hamas is out of the picture, then peace can start regaining traction again. That's how I'm looking at it right now. Now, if things hit the bed where it becomes evident that Israel's doing atrocities and stuff like that, there's going to be any way you discuss it, the discouraging and the bad thing, people are dying. I don't like that. The bottom line. But it's just like if you have like I had cancer. Cancer to me is Hamas. Well, I got the frick out of my body. I kicked it out. I took care of it. The rest of my body benefited from that. I didn't die as a whole person. I guess that's how I look at it. I'm focused more on the Hamas thing than the other thing right now because I think Hamas is the priority of getting rid of them. Okay, I totally agree with you on the persecution of the Palestinians and stuff like that, but I can't agree with somebody saying that Hamas and Palestine is one. I don't agree with that. I guess that's the crutch, the bottom line of what I'm talking about. It's two separate things right now. How can you not kill Palestinians if you go in to get Hamas? Well, you tell them to get the frick out of the Gaza, which there's opportunities, but but there's a lot of logistics that I can't even fathom as far as that goes. And the number of people slaughtered have been mostly on the Palestine side before the incident with Hamas. Only now the world, well, we were paying attention back when Jimmy Carter, during the wars there between Israel and Egypt and stuff like that. We go back on our history, but we have so much history there. We're not learning from that history. We're repeating the same crap and stuff. So if they are two separate things, yeah. So I'm not disagreeing with you on the palette. There are some things there that should have been, as far as when the Israels were making the settlements. I didn't that was supposed to be designated as Palestinian land, and the Israels were encroaching on that. That was wrong. Okay, I think that's where we're agreeing on. where there's death on both sides and stuff like that. And um, um, so it's just one of those things. I'm just like, again, I when I talk about this subject, I'm focusing strictly on Hamas. They need to go, okay? Because from a military standpoint, there's not going to be any peace if we have an organization like that. And they were so-called elected by the people. I find that hard to believe, because reports have shown Hamas, they tortured Palestinians as much as some of the Israels that Helen was talking about, and so that's what I've been reading about and stuff like that. James, I'm reading the Reagan diaries. He talked a lot about the difficulties getting Israel and Palestine to this. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost it's as bad as the UK and the IRA, if not worse, I think. Helen says, but people went to where they were told. Rich, the Israel told them to move south. They did, and then the Israel slaughtered them. I don't know how detailed how details get reported over there. Yeah. What, currently they moved south and then they got slaughtered by the Israels? I haven't heard any news on that. I know they're trying to move them out of Gaza, because Gaza is going to be more of a shithole than what it is right now, because they're going to root out every Hamas, and they're already taking out the leadership right now, which is great. People are going to get killed. Yes. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear about it. You know, they moved them out to go to Egypt and they're slaughtering them. We haven't had any news on that here in the States. Oh, that's my point. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to check that out on the news. I've been following this and I haven't seen anything. Because the only thing about the Palestinians is the so-called hospital that got bombed by Israel. That wasn't Israel. The video shows that. It was a freaking North Korean rocket that misfired, that the Hamas was using, and it didn't even crash into the hospital. It crashed into the parking lot. I don't think America is being told all the details. I disagree with that, Helen. You'd be surprised some of the sources I have as far as that goes. But the top leadership of Hamas is in Qatar. Oh yeah, the top, yeah. But they took out some of the leadership infrastructure, as far as that goes. A convoy of people fleeing south were bombed, but Israel say Hamas did it and believe them, and I believe them. Say, yeah, the same as a hospital. So that's the thing, It's just who's controlling the news, in a matter of speaking. And some of my news sources here in Helen, and I'm not watching this just on Fox or whatever and stuff like that. I've got other sources and stuff like that. It's just a sad thing. Bottom line, it's a sad situation that we're contending with. So I'm not gonna get I don't want you to get frustrated, Helen. It's just like, it is what it is. It's just sad and stuff. I don't wish it was otherwise, and I know you feel the same, but I don't know what the solution is. We could sit here, we can talk until the cows come in and stuff like that. But I don't want to get frustrated and stuff. It's not worth the aggravation. It's good to just talk about it, to be aware of it, okay? Because there's a lot of people that don't want to. There's a lot of people that don't want. They could care less. There's a lot of people in this world, they could care less, because all they care about is themselves. They could care less about other people. They care about their family, I guess, but they just care about themselves and stuff like that. Helen, you show that you care, and and that's a good trait. And as far as that goes, as far as clear cut, who has the news? Like I said, that hospital thing is like, really? Did Israel do that? No, and it became pretty quick who actually did that, because they had video of the missile dropping down into the thing. I'm like, how can they honestly say? And there's people still. We got a congressperson that is saying it's still Israel that bombed that hospital, when the evidence is right there in your face. It wasn't. So that's why I think we should take things with a grain of salt and stuff. Helen, well, if that's the case, then you should know this. I'm not talking about. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that other thing because that's the first I'm hearing, and like I said, something to that extent I think would have popped up on my information stuff as far as that goes. Well, that's the case, then you should know that. Okay, well, we're going to change the subject as far as that goes. We can go on and stuff like that. We're just going around in circles and stuff. It's just bottom line. It's a bad situation. It's worse. It's you can't even say it's bad. It's just there's words that can't even describe it because I guess a couple weeks ago when I saw the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia on his interview there, I watched that intently, and he seemed he talking in English for one, spoke very well, and he just gave the indication that Saudi Arabia and Israel were going to get along. You know, they're going to probably be still pissed off at each other, but they were going to finally say, "Hey, let's get along." Okay? You know, we know you don't like us, we don't like you, but we can get along for the betterment of world peace and stuff like that. And I think that was being disrupted by Hamas. And Hamas should be blamed for us in this current situation that we're in now, as far as that goes. And that's the root source, I guess, in my opinion. Okay, and Helen. All right, I'm back. Oh, Tony, hello. Tony's back. You know what? I'm gonna take. I got to finish up some of the coffee here. We got sidetracked. We got a little long on the discussion and stuff like that. So I appreciate all the input from everybody, from Helen, James. You know, you guys are, and actually, you're a lot closer to being over there than we are here in the United States. But there's some stuff going on here in the United States. I'm like, I don't know. It just, I mean, people are going to think what they're going to think, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. You know, just one of those things. In some cases, it's good to talk about just to get it out there. You know, and I've taken away a lot of stuff as far as what Helen and James has said here this morning and stuff like that. And I do appreciate it, you guys, as far as the input. So, and Helen, please don't get frustrated. I don't want you to get frustrated. It's supposed to be a happy place here as far as that goes. I don't want to, you know, as far as that goes. I'm not, and Double J's is here as far as that goes. Tony saying hi to Double J's. I appreciate you being here as far as that goes. How's our broadcast going? We got 9 minutes till the next rollout for ads and stuff. So let's see. Let's see. I got sidetracked. That's a good discussion. I thank you, Helen. Thank you, James, for that discussion. That was a good discussion. As far as, like I said, I'll keep it as a discussion. But if we get to, and Helen's indicates she's getting. I don't want anybody to be frustrated. So we're going to change the subject. I don't want to. You know, I understand where Helen's coming from and James come from, because I try and keep an open mind, and I don't want, because we're not going to. Like I said, we could talk until the cows come in, but we're not. But I don't want. We have to be aware of it, and it's obvious. We're all aware of what's going on and stuff like that. And I just pray that the leaders, I don't know, the leaders, who I don't think they're the smartest tools in the shed, as far as that goes, and stuff. So, so I do appreciate that. Just to bring it down, and like again, when I see, Helen, that you say that you're I don't want that. I don't want that here as far as that goes. You know, I feel bad because I think I don't want. I want everybody to be positive. Okay, as positive as we can be with the situation and stuff like that. And so if I did cross the line, I apologize, Helen. I didn't want you to be frustrated. Please, 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 Helen. At the end of the day, I don't have any dog in the fight. I agree with you. And I guess that's what I was trying to say. We can't do it. I don't have any prejudice in that way. I only care that people are dying, and I always on the underdog, and I don't care for people dying either. You know, as far as that goes, it's Um, and I could say it does happen. It's just like it just brings up some flashbacks for me and stuff like that. As far as when people do die and stuff like that, it's not a good feeling and stuff like that. But we have to be aware of it. But thank you, Helen. I appreciate that. Hey, here we go. Ted Hicks saying good morning to Helen, James, Double J's, Tony, and the missus. I'm gonna have to catch the replay. It's going to have. It's good to have tough. Yeah, this is and this is a tough discussion and stuff like that. And I don't think I could have a more civil discussion if it was anybody other than with Helen and James. We had a good civil discussion and stuff like that. But as Helen indicated, when people are frustrated in discussions, that's the point when you say, you know what, let's change something else, because frustration turns into that other crap that we don't want here and stuff, even though there's other people that just thrive on it. But yeah, Ted, we're here, and we might have another 2 hours. I got a comment from Ted yesterday that popped up on the screen. He says, we're doing 2-hour broadcasts now? So never discuss religion, politics, or whether pineapples belong on pizza. That's you can't have a discussion on it. Even though I do like pineapple's okay. I don't have any beefs. Religion, number one, you can discuss it up to a point, James, but then it's up to a point where you're just like, no, it's not worth it. Nobody's getting. I like the discussion we just had, because my eyes and my mind is opened up a little bit more. I'm being aware, and that's what discussions should be. And I like the discussion factor. Okay, you gave me your views, I gave you my views to the matter of speaking and stuff. I think for the most part we agreed. As far as that goes, there might be some gray areas and stuff like that, but it's a good discussion, and I appreciate that. And but when I here's any one of the parties, once they get one individual, if you have a group of 3 or 4 people, if one person is getting, that's when you should just back off and just change the subject, because it's not productive. It's not productive, and it's not positive. So let's see. Never discuss religion. Yeah, we got that. And Tony saying hi to Ted. Helen saying, Ted! Tony, James, it does. Yeah. And no way, man. I take it you guys are just talking about pineapple on pizza. And Tony just laughing. And Helen says, yeah, I don't mean to get frustrated, and I'm no way intended to disagree or yeah, I just want to, Helen, I'm in tune to that and stuff like that, okay, because I don't want to lose you as a friend, okay? I don't want you to say, oh, that fireman Rich, that freaking bloke. So please don't think. No, I won't, Helen. I always think the best of you. Okay, so I'm very concerned, and you know where I'm coming from as far as. So please don't. James, it's a good conversation, and as friends, we can respect you. Yeah, and I do respect you guys as far as that goes, except for the pineapple. Okay, I think that's okay. I'm gonna take a break here, guys, and I'm gonna refresh my coffee. I'll be right back. We got a fresh cup of coffee, and this is the extended version of the Friday morning coffee as far as that goes. And we're going to try and play catch up on the comics here as soon as I do something here. Let's see, we got that. No, we don't need that. What do we got? Where is that? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Let's see. We want that turned off. That turned off. And that up. Okay. We are back. What do we got in the comments here? We got a fresh cup of coffee here. And let's see, you guys, people in the comments here. So let's see. Tony says on the pineapple Hawaiian style pizza got me ham, onions, bell peppers, and pineapple. We like Hawaiian pizza, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Okay, both me and the missus like Hawaiian pizza, so don't judge us, okay? No, we enjoy it. I know there's people that just like Hawaiian style pizza got me, okay. And Helen agreed. Helen, FFS, I like that. You know, when you first started using it, Helen said, what does she mean by FFS? We're catching up on the comments here and stuff like that. And Helen to Tony, I was talking about the respect comments, not the pineapples. Okay, yeah, we get that clarified. And Tony says, oh, okay, lots of laughs. I'm completely indifferent to pineapple on pizza. If it's on it, I'll eat. Yeah, that's the way I look at it, Helen. It's you can't beat a pepperoni pizza though. But if you put sausage on there too, oh my God. Or bacon. You ever have a bacon pizza? Oh my God. The first time I had bacon on a pizza.
Bacon and pineapple.
Oh my God. Bacon and pineapple. That's a good combination. It's just what. And let's see. Helen says you're much more fussier than I am. Okay. And then James says I want pizza now. Yeah, I want pizza. Breakfast pizza for everybody. See what happens. Yeah, we talk about food. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Let's see. Helen says it's always good time for pizza. Yeah, even breakfast pizza. He says, you see that? I said that twice. I might go up the road here to get breakfast pizza. And Tony says, true. What about cold leftover pizza for yeah, that's breakfast pizza, James. That can be considered. Meat lovers. Rich, just cut to the chase. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Bacon and fried egg in toast works for me. Hash browns, HP brown sauce, and Brits. Okay. Seeing that. Oh, let's see. We can go into world history. I did do the audio podcast yesterday. We talked about as far as they're no longer called UFOs. They're called UAPs, but I'm still using UFOs. But I did presented a story over there on Spotify for podcasters. Over 200 U.S. sightings this last year, but they did not harm us. You look at these UFOs and the aliens, to change the subject to that. They're down here. You see them, and it's like they're not. They have. Well, you have those so-called abductions, as far as that goes. UAPs. It stands for Tony, unidentified anomalous phenomena. That's the new term. Pentagon had a report that they delivered to Congress detailing the number of UFO investigations that the Pentagon is now using the term UAP. There was 200 sightings this last year. And are there UFOs? Yeah, you don't know what it is, so it's unidentified flying object. Is it alien? We don't know for sure. I do know, and I talked about this in my the story I presented. Oh, for the love of God. Those sightings, and even the video that came out a couple years ago. I know you've seen this, James, and I've looked at that and stuff like that. I really think some of that video because it was confiscated immediately after the pilots of that those F-18s that recorded that video a couple years back that spurred everybody on that, oh, they're coming, we're going to be knowing about the aliens and stuff like that. That particular platform is probably man-made. I almost have a gut feeling. When the U.S. Navy released those videos from the Navy jets, it made it look very real. Is it alien or I don't think it's Chinese aircraft. I think it's a U.S. aircraft, and they were testing it. They were using the fleet as a test bed to see what the capability, because we have very advanced surveillance radar systems out there. I know this firsthand. That can do that, and I think they were testing things because as far as and China's up on that level with us too and stuff like that, but that's why they changed the term UFO. Could be military stuff. No, I think I think the Pentagon here, or the military, U.S. military, they want to get away from that. The UFO is associated with aliens and stuff, so they want to it's a phenomena. It's the same thing. They just packaged it differently. Tony, they have been sightings for decades. All jokes aside, I think they're here. I think there could be, but all those sightings, Tony, I guarantee you the vast majority of them, and I'm talking from firsthand knowledge. Especially I worked with an assistant chief back when I was in the Air Force that was at a certain area that has the digit 51 at and stuff. So I think these platforms are man-made because you look at the and if you ever James, have you ever been up close and personal to an F-117? If you ever see an F-117 up close and personal, you know, they have them at air shows so you can see the regular bodies, but I got a chance to look in the cockpit of an F-117. Pretty high tech. Very high tech. Geez, hey, good morning. Honestly, you're an alien sent to probe, aren't you? Helen thinks I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Okay, alien. Helen, you caught me. I'm caught. I'm the alien.
He's waiting for the mothership to come take him home.
Take me home, mothership. That's possible, Rich James says. Yeah. Helen says to Tony, just be honest. You're an alien sent to probe. Oh, she said that about Tony. Oh, okay. I thought she was saying that about me. Jeeves is in the house. Thank you, Jeeves, for being here. And Tony said possibly to Helen's response on he's an alien. Let's see. Jeeves saying hi to everybody. Helen saying Jeeves. The strange thing is, James says, most UFOs are sighted by intoxicated. That's true, near airports. So it's just about the lightings. I think the B-2 looks, well, when the B-2, that could have been mistaken. And there's indications that was when, because it was, nobody knew what that was. And I think that's the scenario we have now. Now, do I think we have people of another world here? Possibly. Full disclosure, I watch Ancient Aliens. I don't, a lot of it, more than half the stuff is crap, but there's some stuff that's like, let me think. Something there. I think the B-2 looks more alien than the F-117, but if you ever saw a 117 fly, James, I mean, I've seen one, I've seen them a couple times. And actually, I saw a piece of an F-117 before it was still classified. I think I told you the story. I was a fire inspector up at Hanscom Air Force Base, and they have laboratories there. And I didn't know what an anechoic chamber in. And inside this anechoic chamber was the front end of an F-117. I was looking at this. What the hell is that? Is that the front of a missile? I thought I was looking at the front of a missile or something like that. Years later, when the pictures came out of the F-117. Oh, that's the nose of the F-117. I was seeing. They were testing it up there at Hanscom Air Force Base. It was part of Air Force Systems Command. I was a fire inspector and I was checking. So it was this anechoic chamber, probably about the size of the dining room here. as far as that goes. F-35 cockpit is touchscreen. Saw one 8 years ago. Yeah, but if you could see some of the stuff that was in, and I would love to see the flight deck of a B-2. We have yet to see one because we won't, because let's see if and Jeeves saying good morning to Ted. It would be naive for us to think we're the only ones in the gap. Yeah, I agree with that, Tony. Definitely. Not only naive, it would be incredibly arrogant to think that. Yes, I agree, Helen. It just, we're not the only ones. I agree with that. There's too many. We it may not be it's life. It may not be Are we intelligent though?
Yes.
I don't. Mrs. doesn't think I'm intelligent. I'm a.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm a
as
just-
a whole humanity, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Tony says Helen agreed. And James, the Blackbird looks pretty cool as well. We have one in the museum. Yeah. I was up and close and personal with an SR-71 that did an emergency landing. It was finishing its mission going across the southern side of the DMZ as it was painting because they usually have daily flights of the U-2, but the U-2s were grounded because we had a couple incidents with them. But they had an SR-71 that was over at Kadena that would fly out, and both the U-2 and SR-71s at that time were stationed at Beale Air Force Base in California, but they were TDY. And they couldn't make it back to Kadena, so I had to make an emergency landing at Osan, and I was standing by as they were fixing it, because as soon as it touched down, we got word that there's going to be a C-130 coming in from Kadena with maintenance people. They had that bird out of there like in less than 8 hours and stuff like that. But I remember talking to the ground crew. They said, yeah, if we start seeing us like this, go ahead and spray us, because some of the fuel there, it's like an alcohol fuel that they use. Let's see. Tony says she's hilarious. It must be talking about the missus. He loves you. I still want a Blackbird. Yeah. Oh, Blackbird. And Helen. Well, we destroyed each other and our habit and don't seem particular intelligent. Yeah. This is a safe. That was, I talked about that yesterday, so it's interesting as far as that goes. I think we're being programmed, though. You know, this is what I think. You look at all the sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So when we do see that, and I guarantee, and I told the missus this, the first contact we have with somebody, an alien from another world or something like that, this world changes completely. Because then we have the realization that we are definitely not alone. And they probably are so advanced. That's probably why, because we're doing all this fighting and stuff like that, I mean, the world will change. It'll be a worldwide change as far as that goes. Because they'll be so advanced that it was just like, it just, and there's some people that be so, they're fearful of that as far as that goes. And let's see, James to Helen. That's the big question. Do all civilization destroy themselves shortly after developing nuclear? And Helen, have you ever seen the film Starman? Yeah, Jeff Richards. Yeah, exactly, Helen. That's a good film. That's an old film too. That's a good film as far as that goes. It's just, I just think, because my grandfather, and I said this before, you always say today's science fiction is tomorrow's future. Or tomorrow's reality, I guess. Changes completely. And did you see the movie? Yeah, Independence Day. Yeah, that's a little movie. Yeah, that's a little far fetched. I don't think it'll get to that extremes though. But you never know. I don't know. There's a line in the film that makes me cry every drama. Starman was a good movie. Yes. Yes, I like Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is an outstanding actor as far as that goes. So there we have it as far as what we did on the podcast. Let's see, in history, does anybody want to come up? This is Friday, so I don't have to do history of the sports. I have James, do you want to come up onto the broadcast? I can bring you up if you want. I have guest stars. I don't know if you. I know Helen. I don't think you can because you're in the car. You're doing. I know Tony can't. As far as that goes, so I can bring you guys up if you want. Just let. Oh, okay. We're gonna bring James up. Okay, James. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a link, in your Twitch client or your Twitch on the web page. Up in the envelope, you'll see the envelope. You know where you do the messaging. You'll see the link there. I'll invite you. Stand by. Let me get this. I gotta. They're in a cafe and the government wants to take him in and says, "Shall I tell you what I find beautiful about?" Oh yeah, that is it. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to watch Starman now. Okay, stand by, James. We're gonna bring you up. This will be good. I want to utilize the. Okay, hope my mic works. Okay, we could try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. Just stand by. I'm gonna send an invite to you. Stand by. Okay, James, I got you. The James Price. We sent you an invitation. So, and we're waiting for James. I'm not even gonna do history and the rest of it. Oh, last night did the Bills win last night, Tony? I didn't even see the box score this morning. Let me check that out. You should see the. Okay, Buffalo Bills won 24-18. Okay, that's okay. That's our football score. And I'm waiting for James. James, just go ahead and look up in the envelope. There should be a link. And we're waiting for guest. Let me see something here. Stand by for a second here. I gotta. Okay, hang on for a minute. Okay. I can't do it. Needs a verified phone number. I would need to set. You're signed into Twitch, aren't you? Okay. You're signed. You need a verified phone number. Is that for me or for Twitch? Huh. Okay. Well, we tried. That's something. You need a verified phone number. I would need to set that up. But you're signed into Twitch, so you should come up automatically. I wonder if I did something on the. Huh. That's a new one. I've had Helen up here. Helen, you didn't have to verify a phone number, did you? When I had you up here with Tony that one time? Wow, that's different. Wow. Well, that's a little bit more than I know. I didn't real. Let's see, Tony. That's one of the login issues Twitch has last year. Yeah, but I should. Yes, but it wants a verified phone number. Don't know if you or Twitch. Nope, I just came in. I wonder. Let me check my. I'm gonna check my backstage here. Let me check. Because did I click something? I shouldn't have clicked something. You're a VIP, and I can try and do it now. If you're around for a bit, well, we're gonna be here for a little bit, for at least another 15 minutes or so. Let me see something here. So where would that be? That would be under settings. Let me check settings. Stream. Copyright audio warning. Okay. VO. Automatically save broadcast. Okay. Automatically publish. Okay, we got that. Clip savings. We have that off. Rates. Channels you manage. Okay, that's moderation. Would it be in moderation? Chat option. Block hyperlinks. Your channel chat will automatically delete posts, URLs. Okay, that's no problem. None. Add channel privileges. Email verification. Oh, hang on for. Oh no, it says phone number verification. I got phone under phone verification. It's got to be a Twitch thing because I have my email verification is off and phone number verification is off. I've checked that, so it's not me. It's not me, guys. That's Twitch. Yeah, it's got to be Twitch, which I don't understand because Helen, they've done, since and I had Helen and Tony up here several months back, so it could be part of their update maybe or something like that because they're no longer calling this guest star. It still says guest stars in the title there, but they're calling it what the hell are they calling it? It's called it's clip raid. It's called streaming to it's called stream together. I guess that's what they changed it. They changed it from guest star, even though the title says guest stars. As far as down in the title here, I'm looking. It says stream. Oh no! They did change. It says stream together. Oh, look at that. It used to say guest stars. So they did something. They changed it to where it's called stream together. And so that's got to be on the Twitch side because I've just checked. I don't have phone verification on in my thing there. So that's Twitch. Must be Twitch then. They changed things a bit. Yeah, that's got to be a Twitch. But I just see that it says streaming together now instead of guest stars. They changed the name. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. But I know the last week when I was using it, that said guest stars in the title because it was active. Now it says streaming together, just chatting. Oh, that's interesting. Streaming together now. I got to change that tag. I'll probably leave guest stars though. Together. Together. That's interesting. At least we try. Did you got the invitation though? Well, you evidently did because you clicked on it and you got that, James. So I'll go ahead and remove that. We'll have to check that I'll have to do some tests this weekend as far as trying, bring somebody because I had Cup of Joe. I think he was the last one I had on it was still guest stars. And you can see the replay over on my Rumble and YouTube channel because I don't think you can see the replay here on Twitch because it gets squashed out. Ads start in 3 minutes, folks. What's this snooze? I wonder if I can snooze it. I just hit snooze. Ads are snoozed for 5 minutes. Okay. I just snoozed them. I saw the little clip there. It says you can snooze. I got three times I can snooze it for 5 minutes, I guess. We'll just subdue the. I'm going to do that. I just noticed that. So this has been interesting as far as just right now. I'm learning something about the Twitch broadcast here and stuff like that. So this weekend, I'm going to have to see about bringing Tony up and see if that's a phone verification. Like I said, both email and phone verification is off, James. So I'm not sure. I would love to have you up, as far as, and you're more than welcome. Okay, I'll extend that as well as I'm just reiterating. Helen, you're always welcome to come up, and Tony, and Jeeves, and even you, Double J's. I don't think I've ever seen Double J's up. He's always in the chat. And my phone number is verified. No idea what's wrong then. Huh. Maybe they're working out some glitches because that's a change, that stream together in the title. Underneath the title on the web page. They used to say guest stars. Tony, I went through it last year. I know what he's talking about. Pissed me off so bad I almost dropped. But was that on Twitch or was that on the Twitch side with you, Tony? Because I remember I couldn't chat because I had to verify my phone, and I'm very selective on verifying my phone. I think I would now because I'm pretty. That's back when I was little, was not really as far as using Twitch there, and that I will look into it. Would love to join it. Yeah, you're always welcome, James. Okay, we can always try it another time because I'm trying to keep this up, and primarily on a Friday because especially in the after hours here, as far as like it's starting to get dark or light out there. Yes, I verified everything, and it still wouldn't act right. I lost. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, because I said I can't chat in your thing. This month is the 4-year anniversary of me starring. Oh, yeah, that's right. You had a radio thing yesterday. Thinking I'll need to do something to celebrate. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Helen. Um, Sorry, no worries. Twitch can be annoying. Yeah, I can, but like I said, I just want to extend that invitation to you, James, and Helen, and Tony, of course. And like I said, I just had. I'm wondering. I'm curious now whether that's going to be a roadblock because, like I said, I had Cup of Joe up here on a Sunday morning for an hour, which to do. So sure, no worries. Twitch can be annoying, and Helen says to Tony, "That's not like you at all. It's losing your shit." We all lose our shit once in a while. It's called depressurizing, I guess, as far as that goes. So I could hear Helen saying that. Oh, we got ads in 5 minutes. Oh, I got 2 more times I can subdue it. Let's go ahead and subdue it again. I'm getting back at the ads. I said screw it. Go away for another 5 minutes. uh, let's see, James. Sure, no worries. Okay, Tony and Helen. Maybe I'll do a big live stream with guests or something. Don't know. That would be good, Helen. Just come up and as far as you'll get the big plug as far as from Radio Garden. I listen to Helen's mixtapes as far as that goes. And though I gotta admit, Helen, when I'm out on a walk and the missus isn't with me, I have to listen to, and you're gonna chastise me, I know. I listen to Planet Rock. When I could be listening to Helen, maybe I'll listen to Helen. Sometime when the missus doesn't go for a walk, I usually get I got the earbuds in me as far as I take the earbuds and I listen to music on the walk. Haha, yes, we all need a little pressure valve to release it. So yes, exactly, Helen. And James, go for it. Yeah, I think that would be good, Helen. That's a good idea. You can even bring Michael up. I caught you were on Tony, you were on Michael's broadcast there. I'm playing catch up. I got to play catch up. I stayed up for some of the game, and I guess I caught a little bit. I was lurking a little bit in the background on late night parenting, but I was too tired. I just had to go to bed. Getting up early in the morning and stuff like that, it caught up with me. Plus, I was overexcited about the fantastic experience I had with my 2 electrical contractors yesterday. Which makes me say now I don't see Tim Fan 40. I'm starting to be concerned. He's usually here, or I hear him on Twitter or X. Why would I chastise you? You need to listen to your favorite stuff when you. Yeah, I know, but you got some good stuff though, Helen. I love your stuff. It's a. I mean, the songs I listen on your show, I'm like, how come I haven't heard this? It's like the group The Vampires with Alice Cooper and Johnny Depp. That band that they have together. They've been together for years. I'm just starting to listen to them, and I love their music. They Johnny Depp he sings Heroes, David Bowie's Heroes. He does it justice. I mean. I got a newfound, as much as a dirtbag he is in the real world, as far as him as an actor, as a pirate I think was pretty good, and him and Alice Cooper, and there's that one guy from, I think he's from the Rolling Stones or something like that, and that's a pretty decent group, and they're still touring. Let's see, nah, he seems to be his obnoxious self. He's not getting to take over my shit. Okay. James to Helen, did you hear Eric Carmen has released? Oh, Eric Carmen released another album. Wow. Oh, Tony says to Helen, they're having their conversation, which is fine. That's fine. I'm glad to accommodate. Um, let's just scan what's in the history. If there's anything really that pops out. Um, well, let's see. Do I want to talk about this one? Let's see. Philadelphia was founded in 1682. The city of Amsterdam was founded in 1275. The first Federalist Papers, a series of essays called The Ratification of the United States Constitution, was published in New York in 1787. The first New York subway opened in 1904. Walt Disney's first TV show, Disneyland, premiered on ABC in 1954. And there's something about the Cuban Missile. I don't want to get into the Cuban Missile Crisis. We don't need to talk about war. I mean, it's let's see. Heroes is a classic rock, a classic track. A, love a bit of Bowie. Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite songs. Heroes. I love that song. As far as that goes, I was really surprised the take on it and stuff like that. And that was one of the recorded live broadcasts. The vampires, the Hollywood vampires, I guess they call themselves. Eric Carmen, a French football player who used to play for Manchester United here in England. Okay, Eric Carmen, the football. So I'll give it a miss. Okay. And James, your Americans was a good one also. Yeah. Oh, your Americans was a good one also. Okay. I'm not understanding that last comment, James. What you mean by Americans on the good one as far as we're talking about the song Heroes? Oh, okay. You're referring that to Heroes. Your Americans was a good one also. We got some heroes and stuff like that. Let's see. That's good. I don't want to talk about that. Let's see. We don't need to talk about that. That's garbage news. Just interesting history. Rapid Transit, the RRT was inaugurated in the subway. Okay, that was there. It's Bowie's song. Yeah, that is a Bowie song. You know, it just I Young Americans. I can't type. Oh, Young Americans. Okay, Young Americans. Let's go back. Young Americans was a good one also. Yes, I agree. I love that song too. David Bowie he's just, I miss him. It's just it's a Bowie song, Young Americans. Yeah, that's Young Americans. I can hear that song in my head now. No, we're not going to go in. Okay, I just want to briefly over the news. We had World Series starts tonight. I'm not caring about the World Series, to be honest with you. I'm thinking more about the football going on. The Diamondbacks and Rangers, they're planning to start a 7-game series. Canadian football, Blue Bombers, Stampeders at 9 tonight. Tiger Cats and Alouettes tomorrow. And Argonauts and Redbacks tomorrow night at 7. That's just the final week. And then we get into the playoffs for the Canadian Football League. And then last night we had the Buffalo Bills winning. Let's see. I went to bed at halftime. Let's see. Buffalo Bills got a touchdown, but Tampa Bay trying to make a comeback, 8 points, and Tampa Bay looked okay, but they, not to say the Bills, they looked okay too, but I don't know. Let's see. James, he was cremated alone at his own request, no family. Yeah. David Bowie. God bless him. We still remember him from his music. David Bowie, yes. And so that's about all I have is stuff. We had a good discussion. Again, I want to say thank you to James and Helen for that discussion. That was very interesting and stuff like that. We don't normally do that, so we won't do that for a while and stuff. But you give me some good insight as far as that goes, and hopefully I clarified my position and stuff like that as far as more pinpoint to. The thing there and stuff like that. Thamer, good morning, coming in from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. How you doing? Let's see, over in Saudi Arabia, where Thamer is at. Let's see, what do we have for time over there? Right now, it's 2:36 in Riyadh. Sunny skies, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. You're doing fine. Very good, very good. What is it? Seeing that Thamer's here, just remind me. I've been playing some pub. We're in the weekend, so hopefully I'll do some gaming on other than PUBG. I've been doing some PUBG playing, not a lot, but enough to where I finally made Ace Master level 6 yesterday afternoon. I am an Ace Master. The season ends next month on the 11th, and I've done that all myself as far as I'm doing squads. So what I'm doing is I'm in the squad section, and squads is usually 4 people. So I've been doing this season all squads, and I have a certain tactic and some techniques in my tactics that I'm in the top 5% of the American server, and I'm having fun. Doing that, so I made my Ace Master 6 yesterday afternoon. I think I was 1 point over, or 2 points over. I was at 4,700 and 1 point. And I'll probably make it maybe 1 level, 2 more levels and stuff like that. Then the season will change and stuff like that. I've had fun doing that because last season I was just doing single combat and wasn't that interesting. I like this because for me, a chicken dinner when you're playing PUBG, that's when you finish number 1. You're the top team, top dog. I'll never get a chicken dinner doing squads where I'm the only person in my squad, because a chicken dinner for me is when I get number 2, because most of the case when it gets down to let's see, I can't suppress the ads. We got ads in 1 minute. Oh, they end in 1 minute. How come? Did I miss something? We'll wait. We'll wait for the ads, and I'll continue to talk about PUBG. There's a commercial. I got a commercial popped up on my screen here. What kind of candy is that? That's a jelly bean with something surrounding it. What the hell is that? Oh, nerds. Nerds are coated on a jelly bean. Now we got a McDonald's commercial. They have that new sauce. I haven't tried that. The Mojo sauce. I don't know. I haven't tried that. Have you tried that, Tony? I know you're still here because sure need full squads to help you with chicken dinner. Yeah, that's it. Let's see, is this finishing? Yeah, Thamer. Yeah, there's no way. So I feel pretty good that I made Ace Master level 6. It's called the Mojo sauce, Tony. That's a new sauce I've seen on the commercial. Now we got a jewelry commercial. There's 2 new sauces at McDonald's, I guess. One you can use for the one you could use for your the hamburger you're eating or something like that, your chicken nuggets. Yeah, it was on the commercial. I've seen it on the TV also. I've seen it on TV. So it's called Mojo sauce or something. But getting back to what chicken dinner, always a winner. Yeah, exactly. But like Thamer said, to have a full squad, because I got to be careful, because if I get whacked, I gotta vacate the area quickly to try and heal up, because Mojo is a dog on the Transformer. I know, I remembered that movie, and a monkey on the cartoon. No. I'm not sure if I'm thinking they call it Mojo sauce, But the PUBG is fun. It is fun and challenging. I mean, the other day I dropped 33 points. I dropped down on this one area, and I'm walking. I'm going around screwing, and it was outside. I was trying something different than my regular tactics. My regular strategy, I always come up in the top 10 because I'm like 81% of the time I'm in the top 10 of when I play. That's because I'm evading the shit out of these guys. I'm bopping around on the card. They have this one thing in PUBG. Thamer, have you seen it? The hoverboard. I love the hoverboard. Oh my god, you can go across the water and stuff. The hoverboard. It's like it has little engines on the back, and it you scoot across. Have you ever tried the hoverboard, Thamer, in PUBG? It's funner than shit. It's fun. I find that, and I'm always I'm collecting the gas cans. You were screwing outside. Oh, what? I didn't say it. Was I screwing? Scurrying. I think I said. Did it say screw? No. Get it out of the. Oh, Helen. I guess I just mispronounced it. But the hoverboard, it's like a surfboard and it hovers across. No, I only tried the cable. The cable car's sort of slow. I'm usually in the doom buggy bopping around. Watch the replay. Yeah, I'll have to watch. What's the time on this? Let's see. The time is right around the 155 mark. So we'll say 154 replay. I'll check it out, Helen. Did I say something? I didn't mean to scratch. No, I didn't mean that. Let's full disclosure. I didn't mean that. I just my tongue got ahead of my mouth. The only way, yeah. But back to PUBG. PUBG is a gas. I love it. It is fun. I felt like I've accomplished something. It's just a fun game. It's a fun game, and James, that made me laugh. Okay, Helen, I'm. Yeah, you did. Okay, I did say that. You know I miss nothing, right? Yeah, I know you don't miss nothing, Helen. No, I'm definitely going to be going back watching the replay. What the frick did I say? Okay. Oh God. Let's see. How long have we been on here? Oh, we got 4 more minutes. I want to make it a 2. I want to freak out Ted again. Is Ted still here? Or is he's still on the train? He's probably going through the tunnel and stuff like that. As far as that goes. As far as he commented a 2-hour broadcast. I can do 2 hours. I got as far as that goes. It's because I can't go out for a walk at 7:30. It's still daylight. It's still dark out. So, and you turned red after you said it. Oh, did I? I don't remember saying it. You guys are gonna pick up more than what I'm picking up. I'm distracted. I'll just leave it at that. I'm in denial. No, I probably said it. I just don't realize I said it. As far as I thought I said something else because I was talking about PUBG scurrying outside, not screwing out. Scurrying. This is a classic. Oh, I think I have it where you can't make clips. So, sorry. Fraudulent slip. Exactly. There we go, James. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's my excuse. Fraudulent slip. Okay. But PUBG, I know Thamer. You don't play it that much, but I do see. I'm friends with Thamer on PUBG, and it's a fun game. I like playing it. It's a very fun. It's just that one game can last up to 20 minutes. To where you get to the end. So I'm in the fact I play it a couple times a day now. I mean, if I'm on a weekend, there's one weekend I must have played all day. I think I played like 15, 16 games. And but the other day I had a drop where I 37 points. And it was right at the beginning of the game. I didn't have any point protection to where, you got this thing where they say, oh, this is point protection, that won't count. I use those all up. Tony makes it much worse than it was. Okay. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate that. That actually makes me feel a lot better. Well, Tony, he just exaggerates. No, he doesn't. Tony's a good guy. He was pretty good with Michael the other night too, and stuff like that. So it's and Michael will probably be on later here. He's probably I don't know. Does he have a pre-roll or indication? He's usually now. The thing about Michael is, I come up on Michael's broadcast, and I usually go on Twitch. Because he usually has Twitch up, but he sends the link over to YouTube. He doesn't send the link over to Twitch. That's starting to become a little because it's focus on a Twitch because that's where you're going to get your people from. He's on the verge. Well, now no, he told me all you need is 50 people for affiliate, where I had to get 100, I think. But for him, yeah, there's late night parenting, streamed 7 hours ago. There's Tony, and so he's got to realize. I think for his affiliate, all he needs is like he needs several people to comment with him. I think I don't know what the level is. He has to have like five to 10 people commenting, and you need 50 to stream on Twitch. I think. Okay, yeah, to be affiliate. I don't think you need anybody to stream. I think to be affiliate, that's what I'm talking about. I was streaming when I had 2 people, Tony. So I think it's Helen or James to Helen. From now on, Rich will be known as the outdoors carpenter. Oh my God, gee, that's a good one, James. I like that. That is funny. Tony, for affiliate, you got to maintain 4 viewers. Okay, I think that's the one benchmark he needs is he has to maintain 4 viewers. So let's help out. Stay on the Twitch side. He's got to get used to putting the link on the Twitch side, though, too. Helen, it was to Tony. It was, but you don't have to embrace him. I was just being silly. I pick up on that shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He had that earlier this week. Yeah. He's been broadcasting so it's again. I like seeing Michael up here. I wasn't on yesterday because I was busy with the contractors and stuff. He's more than generous as far as he invites me, but he puts the link in. I got to have YouTube and Twitch up on the web, on my web browser, and he never put. I type it in Twitch because Twitch is my home. YouTube is just a sidekick right now as far as that goes. Yep, grab your cordless drill, Rich. The cordless drill. We don't have a cordless. I have to plug it in. Oh, you could get your head out of the gutter, Rich. Let's see, Tony. He had good Twitch numbers when you 2 were on a couple days. Yeah, I don't think he had the. Yeah, he had some good numbers and stuff like that. But he's. I think he focuses more in, and I think he squared away his Facebook comments too, Tony. I think he squared that away, but it might be at a compromise where I think he favors YouTube and Facebook more than Twitch, where I'm the opposite. Because he asked me, what do you like about Twitch? And I said, I like Twitch because that's where the friends that I associate with and talk with and discuss with that are in the chat. He focused on Twitter. Twitter and YouTube. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. Rich, let's see. James, Rich, you are just digging yourself into a bigger hole. Exactly, James. It's all good. And Helen, the only reason Bathurst ever brings anyone up as guests is to increase. Yeah, it's, that's okay. Yeah, that's a given, Helen. We know that. It's all good, though. It's good. It's just good to see him up and broadcasting stuff. And yeah, Rich, you're pulling up some old smack talk now, Tony. And Helen, he admitted it when I called him. Yeah, I remember you calling him out on that and stuff like that. But that's him. He's not going to change on that aspect. So I won't go on his streams anymore. Okay. Now he should. It's a whole because he tried bringing it up. I know when Tony first brought him up on fantasy Bell King fantasy football. He was trying to get some digs on me, and I told him, Michael, I don't do that crap anymore. I left that back at Haps. I don't do that. It's just like earlier. We had a good discussion, but it seemed like it was going. I wasn't feeling comfortable, so it's like out of respect for you, Helen and James, I said let's go ahead and change the subject because it's not, it's going into a dead end there. Well, not really a dead end, but the emotion, that frustration. I don't like hearing that and stuff like that. So, Helen. So I won't go on it. Okay, Helen. It's not because he actually wants to talk to a person. I don't like. Yeah, he doesn't follow. He doesn't look at his comments too. That's the thing. He's got. You got to be aware as a broadcaster, and I know that for a fact because I've had my little oopses, I guess, when I'm not. You got to pay attention because you guys are the show. For the people that are watching on the replay on YouTube and Rumble, this knucklehead wouldn't be anything if I didn't have my chat. Let's see, my chat is that way. It's over there. It's over. Well, I have it here. I have it over here. I got it all around me and stuff. As far as that goes, so. But I wouldn't be. This wouldn't be. This broadcast right now, we're at, I wouldn't be able to go 2 hours if it wasn't for the chat. So the chat is very important on Twitch for me, and you have to recognize. Now I know I'll never be a big time broadcaster. I don't want to be a big time broadcaster. I'm comfortable with this because this is like a casual coffee and stuff. I can see who's discussing and stuff like that. I don't know how people, when I watch some of these broadcasts, their chat's just going like this. That's when I stop broadcasting. I don't know. They make some good money, don't they? I don't know. It just let's see. Jeeves, nice. Let's see. Lady Leg, Helen. It's not because he actually wants to talk to President. And then Jeeves says, nice. Thank you for being with us, Jeeves. I greatly appreciate it as far as that goes. But we're coming to the top of the hour. And let's see, how long before we have? Am I out of here before a commercial? Yeah, we're out of here before the next commercial. Let's see, James. Yeah, I don't like the overbearing, obnoxious takeover. Anyway, I don't want to sound like I'm bad-mouthing him. I hope he's reads this back. And I think he's aware of that, James. Whether he cares or not, that's Michael's thing, okay? I just know, did Winters officially enter? No, it's not winter here yet. They're talking about the first snow happening here next month, I guess. But it's still, we got an Indian summer going on, right, Thammer? Thammer, it is gorgeous out. It's going to be 77 degrees today. The last several days have been outstanding as far as the leaves are falling. I'm going to probably go out there, tool around on the lawn, the riding lawnmower today to blow the leaves off and stuff like that. I don't need to mow the lawn. The lawn looks great, but the leaves are blowing all over the place, so I'm having fun with that. As far as that goes, and stuff, but it's not. But winter is coming. Winter is coming. Helen said that. Not me. Oh, did she? Oh, I'm sorry, James. Okay, yeah, Helen. Yeah, I don't like the overbearing, obnoxious takeover. Yeah, he has a tendency of doing that. He, what do you call it? Anyway, I don't want to sound like I'm. No, you're not bad. It just, he knows what it is. He reads this back, so it's not behind. No, he understands that, Helen. And Jeeves, out in Vancouver, cold out here. Do you get any snow yet? It's 36 degrees Fahrenheit. 36 degrees Fahrenheit out in Vancouver, Canada. 2 degrees Celsius. And Helen to James, I did, and I tell him to his face the next time. Yeah, you've told. Oh, hey, the fresh bacon. Thank you for the bits. 100 bits. Wow, I don't normally get that. Thank you. First time chatter. But we're getting ready to bug out of here. Yesterday was perfect here. 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And Jeeves is saying no snow yet. No snow. Okay, Helen, don't know who he is. Oh, you don't know who Michael Bathurst is? Boy, does James have a lot to look forward to, huh, Helen? he's an all right guy overall, but sometimes he can be here. The Fresh Beacon, just spreading some love, brother. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you very much, Fresh Bacon. Thank you. First time chatter, Fresh Bacon. Greatly appreciate the bits. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in this world. But we are going to go ahead and key the outro music. And exit stage left here, folks, because we've been on for over 2 hours and coming up on 10 minutes. As far as that goes. And oh, he does, Jeeves says. Yes, he does, doesn't he, Jeeves? And James, well, have a great weekend, everyone. Great show again. Thank you very much, James. We'll work on bringing you up, sir. I want to bring you up, so don't let me forget that. And Helen said lots of laughs. Yeah, you all have a great weekend. As far as that goes, I will be broadcasting. I will be doing some gaming of some sort this weekend, I'm sure. I know I'll be up on Tony D's broadcast of Bell Kings Fantasy Football this Sunday. Thammer, you have a great day also. Thank you for being here, Thammer. Thank you for being here, Jeeves. Thank you, Double J's. Let me go down the list here. Let's see. We're going down the list of who was here. Thank you, Helen. Helen, very good. Thank you very much. You have a great rest of your day there in Edinburgh, Scotland. Thank you, Tony D, out down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you, James, over there in the UK. And thank you, Jeeves. Thank you, Thammer. Thank you, Double J's. Thank you, Real Ted Hicks, for making an appearance. And let's see, who else do we have? Going down the list, we had Jeeves. We got Jeeves. And I want to say thank you very much to our first-time chatter who... I don't really need the bits, but thank you very much. The Fresh Bacon, thank you. We're at the end of a show. Later, take care. We're going to start this again. I got to extend it. I got to go through the people that are in the list on the chat. I got to thank them. They're great. I want to thank those that are watching on Rumble and YouTube and here on Twitch on the replay. Thank you very much. We had a great broadcast, and I wish you all well as far as that goes. And Double J's, we'll see you too. Catch up soon, as always. I want to thank you so much. This has been a great Friday broadcast. Fridays are all usually interesting, but this is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, over there on Truth Social, Instagram threads. Got to make sure I say it right. And X/Twitter. I'm also over there on the Facebook. Public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. And okay, I want bacon. Yeah, I want bacon too. We're ending our broadcast and we're getting our day started. I got to go out for a walk and have a good day for the rest of the day. You guys have a great positive start to the day. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD. Again, Rich Roberts, wishing you all well. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. You guys in the chat, you guys are great. Thank you very much.